Hello doll friends, it's that time of year again. It is the first weekend in October, which means it is time for me to head off to Blythecon UK. This year we are heading up to Liverpool accompanied by Storm Amy, but we're not going to let that stop us. Our venue for this year is the Florrie, and look at this beautiful old building. It's gorgeous. We did have a small leak, thanks to the horizontal rain you just saw outside, but they did manage to cordon that area off and keep all of our lovely vendors safe and dry. This year's theme was Christmas, so here's our lovely balloons and this year's festive little goodie bag, which I'll show you later in more detail. We had about 30 vendors this year, which is good going, I think. As always, there was a really wide range of price points. We had some people selling dresses for £10 and some dresses and accessories for £120 and everything in between. This is one of the things I do really appreciate about our UK Blythecon, is that we have something to suit all tastes and all budgets. I have been to Blythecons when I have had several £100s in my budget, and I have been to Blythecons where I've had about £10 in my budget, and I've never walked away empty-handed. Of course, we had lots of dolls available this year as well. I was very tempted by an EBL fruit punch that was only about £70, but there are also custom dolls and one-of-a-kind dolls that are a little bit more pricey if that's what you're in the market for. As usual, I really enjoyed meeting and speaking to all of the vendors as well as buying from them. There are old dolly friends here that I have known for years, that have seen the Woo grow up as we've come to every Blythecon over the years. And it's just lovely to have this annual event where we see each other and reconnect with old friends. But there's always more to do than just shopping. This year we had a drop-in craft, which was creating pull strings for Blythe with these adorable little charms. We also had our annual competitions, a festive themed photo competition and the fashion design competition, which I always really enjoy looking at. It's nice to see such an array of takes on the same subject matter. And this is this year's winner. I did vote for this one. I just love the idea that it's also a bag. So clever. And this year's mini-me competition, which was Christmas jumper themed and won by the lovely Jen, who I actually met at the London Fashion Doll Fair this year. And I'm so excited to see another friend jump into the Blythe doll hobby. And we rounded off our day with our charity raffle and raised £1,500 for Whisk, who are this year's charity. They are a women's charity based in Liverpool. The Woo and I did not get much time to rest, as the very next day we were headed 100 miles back down to Birmingham for Ponycon. Yes, Ponycon and Blythecon tend to fall on the same weekend. But the Woo really wanted to go, so we made it work. This is the Woo in their fursuit that they've been working on for quite some time. They entered the cosplay contest and actually won, which is really exciting for them. There were so many excellent contestants and everybody was so sweet and lovely. I don't have much footage from this because I was on photography duty. Finally back home, and I don't mind telling you I am quite exhausted, but I still have the energy to do a little haul video with you all. Starting with Ponycon, I found these G1 Hasbro stickers that are holographic and absolutely speak to my childhood. I was very surprised by how cheap G1 ponies are, particularly if you want a fixer-upper. I got these two for like £3 for the pair. I did deliberately pick the scruffiest pair of ponies I could because I want to have a go at rerouting and customizing, and these two are just perfect customization fodder. In much better condition, I found a Starshine and Moonstone. These were two of my favourites as a kid, and I wanted them back as an adult because I have adult money and I can spend it on whatever I want to. I also got this cute little pony raincoat set, which I couldn't believe was only £6. It's shocking how inexpensive pony stuff is compared to Blythe. I also picked up a couple of G1 babies. These are Yo-Yo and Cotton Candy. They need a little bit of TLC, but not much. I just think they're going to look really cute on the doll shelf, particularly next to my middies. And I was still in a little bit of a Christmassy mood from Blythecon, so I couldn't resist getting this Christmassy themed girl that I've never seen before, but I think once I clean her up and give her a good hair treatment, she's going to look really cute in the Christmas tree. I just love how kitschy and like nostalgic 80s, 90s Christmas her cutie mark is. And my last purchase was Britannia, who is the mascot of the UK Ponycon. I know that the Union Jack and St. George's flag are quite politically charged at the moment, but in my opinion, there is no greater way to reclaim the Union Jack than with a 7-foot-tall My Little Pony fursuit. You just know every loser harassing migrants and painting roundabouts is gonna absolutely hate this, and I love it. Back to Blythecon, here is a good look at this year's goodie bag. It has a really lovely glittery green and gold theme to it. And this year we have a really good one. We have a metal pin, which I love. I love the Blythecon pins. I want to make a Blythe eater bag just to display them all with this year's girl on. And on the back, we have a coupon. This is a special raffle ticket. Everyone gets given one each. It comes in your goodie bag. It is a special raffle ticket to win this year's doll. This year it was a lovely Hollywood BL Blythe. Also in the goodie bag, we have some stickers and a crocheted hair clip. This is by Octopudding, whose channel you can find here on YouTube. She does content about Blythe, but also other dolls if that's your jam. We have a flyer from My Balloon, who also donated a fair few raffle prizes. We'll talk about that a little bit later. We got a 10% off Etsy store coupon from Magic Knight Rhiannon. We have a little baked treat in the shape of an animal from Custom Dolls by Lego. These were different. I got this one, and I believe the Woo got one that looked more like toast. A little Blythe-sized present to go under your Blythe-sized Christmas tree. These were also dotted around the tables if you fancied stealing one. A little bundle of flyers, stickers and sweeties from Wonderland of Play. Oh, this was interesting. This year we also got a patch featuring this year's logo, which I think is really cute. I need to find something to put this on. I don't think we've ever got a patch before. A little candy cane. I love a candy cane. A little clip-on charm by Turchina Marvels, perfect for sticking on a pull ring, I think. A pin badge from Forget Me Not Blythe. I'm not actually sure if this came in the lucky bag or if I picked it up from the stall, so I'm sorry, Forget Me Not Blythe, if I've misremembered. And oh, this was cute. It's a little cup holder to stop you burning your hands in your coffee cup. This is another new addition for this year, and I used it immediately on my way home. Moving on to my purchases, I bought a Blythe book. This one is Blythe Rhapsody, and it's one of the photography books. This one is actually from 2007. I love these, particularly the older ones. They very much remind me of the early days of the Blythe community when we were all on Flickr. You can often flick through these and find old dolls that you saw on Flickr back in the day, and even designers that turned out to be very high-end and successful later on, including Anna Sui, before she was quite so famous. She is one of us. I believe Kelly Osbourne is credited with a few photos in these as well. I also bought some Blythe size jewellery from Blythe Bijou Boutique. I got this lovely silver pine cone necklace, which I thought looked very pretty. And I actually won this on the raffle. It's a little brooch with a reindeer head on it, and I think they're both just darling. I love jewellery for adding teeny tiny details to my Blythe outfits. From Pom Bergamot, I got this lovely little lace top. I think this is going to be perfect for layering under dresses and pinafores. I also got this lovely little shawl, which I think is going to be great for layering over dresses and pinafores. It's layering season, my friends. I'm really annoyed at myself that I can't remember the name of this seller because I think this outfit is such good value for money. It was about £35 and it contains 4 pieces. Let me show you. A sparkly jacket with a bow, and it is all fully lined. A matching sparkly beret, and that bow is a little hair clip so it can be removed and put in the doll's hair separately. A lovely soft knitted dress complete with a little pearl necklace, very sweet. And even matching socks as well. I think this is an absolute bargain for £35, and I'm really annoyed at myself for forgetting the name of the seller. So if you know who it was, please let me know in the comments. I got this adorable little broom with a little pink rose on. It's October. Christmas theme it may be, but I still want my witchy stuff in October and all year round actually. I also got the sweetest little knitted cardigan. This is another one that I think is going to be really nice to layer up as we go into the winter months, and I think it's going to look really cute with a lot of the dresses and skirts I already have. And I'm so impressed with these teeny tiny slippers. I can't crochet or knit to save my life, so I'm always incredibly impressed by people that can. And on this scale, I mean, this is magic, isn't it? This is another raffle win. It is a skirt from Magic Knight Rhiannon, and it's got a really cool little tiger print on it, so I'm excited to add that to the wardrobe. Also from the raffle, we won this incredible and very fun outfit from My Balloon. I followed My Balloon on Instagram for a while, so I'm excited to own one of their pieces now. And the Woo also won the very last raffle prize, which is this BC UK 2025 souvenir t-shirt. And from the lovely Beth at BB Imaginary, I got 2 hairbands this year. This one is like a pink velvet and it matches the cape of the witch set I already have from Beth. So I can mix and match those together. And I couldn't resist this one either, just because it's mint and it's kind of my favourite colour. So you can expect to see this one on the dolls fairly soon. On to my slightly pricier purchases this year. I wanted this gown from Diddy Dolly Delights. I have a teal one that I bought last year, and I love it and I use it all the time. So I wanted to get another one. It is a lovely silk, nicely made gown for the Blythes. And I thought it would look lovely with this, which is my very first purchase from Trio. Trio is another one of those designers that I see around quite a lot, and their work is always so beautiful and so elaborate. So I think this is going to be one of those very special pieces that gets pride of place on the dolly shelf. And I think it's going to pair really nicely with the dress from Diddy Dolly. And last but certainly not least, the photo booth is back again this year. And I couldn't resist jumping in with my very, very good friend Jenny. And one more thing, just before we left, we were given super secret flyers to next year's Blythecon, which will take place in London. It looks to me like we are looking at a sort of woodsy, cottagecore, foresty style theme next year, with our little logo girl with a lovely mushroom hat and cute little hedgehogs on her clothing. So I'm looking forward to that. As always, I really enjoyed myself, and I'm so grateful to the organisers and all the work they put into making this such a lovely event for the community. I won't lie, it was exhausting fitting 2 cons into one weekend, but I still had so much fun. They're both very different conventions. Ponycon is definitely much bigger. Blythe is much more niche and kind of a quieter hobby. Ponycon has music events and things like that as well. But both events are obviously organised and run with a lot of love and a lot of care and a lot of attention. And it was lovely to see my old friends in the Blythe hobby and meet lots of fun, exciting new people at Ponycon. So yeah, I had a great weekend. I'm exhausted and I'm skint, but it was worth every penny and every step.